If you love biscuits and have always been wondering how to bake cookies without baking powder and soda, connect with Ravneet Bhalla. Hello friends, presenting Besan biscuits without baking powder and soda and with jaggery. For this recipe you need a few melon seeds, cashews and green cardamom. Grind to powder and keep aside. Next, take 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of jaggery powder, sifted jaggery powder. Remember to sift it. And then add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of flax meal, 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Whip. And this whipping process is slightly different from what we have been doing until now with ghee or butter. Now next add nut and seed powder that we had grinded before, and 1 tablespoon of water goes in. Start whipping. Start whipping it until it looks slightly gooey and thick. Yes, I was telling that this creaming process is slightly different from what you get with butter and ghee for our cookies without baking powder and soda, since it is using only oil. Now stop when it looks thick. You can wait for 5 minutes and then whip again, and next add sift half cup of chickpea flour or besan and 1 cup measures 240 ml. And always remember to sift all dry ingredients including jaggery powder. Mix and do not knead. As I always say in my cookie recipes, you don't need to knead cookie dough, otherwise it will form gluten, and gluten is what gives you chewy cookies. Next add 1 tablespoon of jowar atta or sorghum flour, and if you don't have sorghum flour handy, you can add an extra 1 tablespoon of besan or chickpea flour. And if you don't want to add anything at this stage, you can bake these cookies with half cup of besan alone and you will get crispy bites. With this recipe, with the addition of 1 tablespoon of jowar flour, I have got crunchy bites. Crunchy and delicious, of course, and these besan biscuits are healthy and taste like besan burfi. So if you love besan burfi and are looking for a crunchy treat, do try out this healthy recipe of cookies. Now cut shapes, roll out into a thick chapati. Don't keep these too thick, remember, because we are using oil and water, otherwise these will turn soggy. So keep these thin but not too thin. Now cut shapes and make designs. If you want, please use a fork to make insertions with a fork will ensure even cooking. At this stage, preheat your oven, air fryer, convection OTG to 160 degrees for 10 minutes and air fryer for 5 minutes. Now you can decorate these with seeds or nuts of choice, or skip this step completely. Now since we are making air fryer cookies, I always do that. Bake these at 160 degrees for 12 to 16 minutes. Mine were done really quickly. Mine were done in almost 8 minutes. So this depends, cooking time or baking time depends on the thickness of cookie as well. So keep an eye on your cookies after 8 minutes. Once done, cool these healthy biscuits on a cooling rack and look at the crunchy cookies. These are crunchy, as I say, these aren't crispy. If you want crispy cookies, you can delete 1 tablespoon of besan. I hope you like this recipe. If you do, please like, share and subscribe.